Hi, savewith.crypto here. Okay, so usual kind of stuff with MultiversX. At the moment, it's Thursday morning, so we can do the Metabonding claim. So I'll do this with a small account. This is normally worth about $1, so not a lot. Current liquid assets are 330. And what I found useful last week was I did a screenshot of this on Thursday, and then I did a final one when I'd finished doing all the stuff on Friday, all the rewards and everything. So I'll do that. So 330 is what we got in liquid assets. Okay, so let's do the Metabonding claim. And in fact, it was actually only 407. So yeah, the rewards quite a bit less. Actually, it's probably to do with the price of ZoidPay being down quite a lot. ZoidPay is pretty much 2 cents, which is the lowest it's ever been. Let's do this with a bigger account, see if that's any more exciting, but I'm not holding my breath. Okay, so let's do the screenshot like I did for the other one. And you can see here my liquid tokens are 33.48. So let's see what we get. Okay, so this went up to 63. So it was actually only $40. It's not brilliant, is it?
Even less brilliant is the fees reward on Thursday night. So it looks like we're going to get 12 cents there. It costs 2 cents to claim them, so it's vaguely worth it, I suppose. That's 9 cents of XMEX. Is that it? And it costs 2 cents to claim them. Okay, this is fairly pathetic, isn't it? Nevertheless, let's try this on the larger account. Okay, this one looks slightly better, with like about $4 worth. So let's have that. And in fact, I just noticed down here that I can actually increase the energy from this lot here, the 10 grand's worth, which unlocks on May the 25th, 2027. The reason I want to do that is because this farm here is only running at 125%. So let's just see if that makes any difference at all. I can actually do it quicker just by going down here. So if I select this lot here, so currently on 3.87, increase my multiplier. So I'm hoping we'll see this change. Yeah, made the rocket go green. Well, that's cool. Right, I'm happy about that. That's good. Okay, so it's Saturday morning now, so I'm going to claim the rest of the rewards. This is the small account. Just have a check. And the other thing I'm going to do is to harvest the ZoidPay from the staking on ZoidPay.com. So that's just $1.13 there. Okay, so that's that done. Now I think because ZoidPay is so low at the moment, I'm tempted to just get that ZoidPay and put it in metastaking here. Now, because I've done that, the energy won't have gone up as much this week. But let's just compare it with what I had before. So you can see here the actual position moved up about 30 places and the energy increased slightly, which actually came out as a 0.66% increase, which is not amazing, but nevertheless, I have got a bigger ZoidPay Eagle farm now. Okay, so let's have a look on the larger account and see if this is a bit more exciting. Should be actually. $87 worth of XMEX there. $7.71 there. Looks good. So there was altogether 12 transactions assigned there. Okay, so I'm going to look in the meta staking to see if I've got anything worth having here. Maybe the UTK. And I'm also going to harvest the ZoidPay here, which is $14 worth. And I've also got ZoidPay in the super farm here, which is worth $19. So I'm going to harvest that. Okay, that's done. I do have a tiny amount of MEX that I could lock, increase the energy slightly. It will gain 19 million energy. Now I think what I might do is all these little bits that are worth just over $1, I might convert these into ZoidPay, because ZoidPay is doing terrible at the moment, and you know, I can't see it going much lower, to be honest. But there again, I said that at 2.5 cents. It's now down to 1.5. So yeah, I still think it's a good bet though. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm certainly going to turn this UTK into ZoidPay, and maybe a few other things like the Quo Watt.
I'll just skip the video for this bit because it's a bit boring.
Now, my temptation here is to increase the size of the ZoidPay e-gold farm, but I don't want to do that because this percentage here isn't actually maximised. In fact, it says that in order to maximise your bonus APR, you must add 1.85 trillion energy. That ain't going to happen. I can tell you that for sure. However, I know that if I were to increase this farm just slightly, this rocket would go orange and I'd be earning less percentage there. So I'm going to leave that as it is, and I'm just going to meta stake the ZoidPay because my thinking is that it's got to double very soon. I would have thought it's just down so badly, and there's no good reason for it apart from everything's late. And I think I'll probably do a video about ZoidPay very soon and talk about the price because it's either dead or it's one of the most amazing bargains ever. I like to think it's the latter. Yeah, I'm going to stake the ZoidPay because my thinking is if it's meta-staked, I've got a 9 to 10 day unbonding period. So if I need to get hold of it, I can do, just over a week, which I may well do, once the app is up and running, because I think at that point ZoidPay will become more valuable. But the app was supposed to happen in May and it's now pretty much August and it's not happened yet. Although we are supposed to be testing it next week, so let's see what happens. Actually, you know what? Being as the price of ZoidPay is pretty much, I'd say, at an all-time low, last low being June last year when the DEX was compromised, I would say that bit of e-gold I've got there, I might convert, say, 1.8 e-gold into ZoidPay and then just leave it. I'm not going to metastake it, and I'm going to see what it's worth this time next week. If it's worth more in e-gold, I'll swap it back to e-gold. If it's not, I'll keep it as ZoidPay. Right, so let's say 1.8, which is worth $58 into ZoidPay. Okay, swap. Okay, so how does this compare with Thursday morning? Let's have a look. Okay, so you can see here that we've actually jumped 2 places in the Newton League, and the energy has actually increased by 2.5%, which is actually not bad at all, is it? I'm quite pleased with that. So that's great. Okay. Now, I did actually do some calculations, and it seems that between this farm and this one here, in XMEX, I'm making about 115,000 XMEX per hour, which is worth about 65 cents an hour. Obviously, that is XMEX. That's locked for 4 years, though, so that's worth bearing in mind. But having said that, you could actually unlock it and get 20% of the value, so that is kind of like, what's that, 20 cents an hour, something like that. So not brilliant, but not too bad. Anyway, if you like the sound of that, please give the video a like, leave a nice comment, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you've got notifications set on all, and above all, tell your friends.